Hello everyone. Today we are going to study suspension therapy. Okay. It is one of the topic of exercise therapy first year. First year exercise therapy. Okay. In this suspension therapy, we will broadly discuss about the topics related to suspension therapy. First is definition or what is suspension therapy or definition. Next topic will be the principle. Suspension therapy. Next, we'll study uses, advantages, and disadvantage of suspension therapy. Next are the parts of suspension therapy. Next we'll go to the types of suspension therapy. Now, at first, we'll go to the definition of suspension therapy. Definition of suspension therapy. Definition. Yeah. Suspension is a special technique of exercise therapy in which a part or all of the body is suspended in the air by ropes and sling attached to a fixed point above to increase the joint range of motion along with increase muscle power and support the body parts. So, what is suspension therapy? It is a special technique of exercise therapy in which a part or all part of the body is suspended in the air with the help of ropes and slings. Okay, which is attached to a fixed point. Okay, so these are the important points. Next we will study the principle of suspension therapy. Principle of suspension therapy. Number one principle is the friction. Okay, number one principle is the friction. In friction, it occurs during a particular surface move on another. Friction principle works during the particular surface move on the another. In suspension, the friction is less, therefore causes smooth and easy movement. So, first principle is the friction. Next one is number two is pendulum. In heavy material suspended by the weightless thread, when the force is applied on the pendulum, it see the to and fro movement of like pendulum. In human body, pendular motion occurs mainly in shoulder and hip joint. And forward leg movement and arm swing while walking. While walking. Okay. Next, we'll write in suspension. Pendular motion is used to maintain muscle property, increase range of motion, and strengthen of the muscles. So this is the second point. Now the third point is eliminating gravity movement. For the suspension therapy, the patient should have at least muscle power of 2 minimum for suspension therapy exercise. Minimum the patient should have the muscle power of 2. The muscle power is measured by the MMT. The muscle power. What the muscle power is? The muscle power is measured by the MMT or manual muscle testing. The manual muscle testing, where 0 to 5 grade are there. 0 to 5 grade. 0 to 5 grade. 0 is equal to movement in gravity eliminated position. So this grade 2 is used minimum, at least muscle power of 2 should be there, at least muscle power of 2 should be there to initiate the suspension therapy, where grade 2 denotes as the muscle movement in gravity eliminated position. Gravity eliminated one, and next one will be the number 3. You will understand what is the gravity eliminated. Number 3 is the movement against gravity, which is the grade 3. Against gravity position will be the grade 3. Oh, in case of suspension therapy, muscle power should at least be grade 2 to initiate the suspension therapy. Okay, I will read this MMT on manual muscle testing, another chapter. Okay, aims of suspension therapy. What are the aims of suspension therapy? Number 1, to improve the joint range of motion. Number 2, muscle strengthening. 3, for neuromuscular coordination. So these are the 3 aims for suspension therapy. Next, we study the advantages. Number 1, it reduces the burden of physical therapist. Number 2, in suspension therapy, it is easier to lift the limbs. Okay. Active movement can be performed easily with minimum friction. These are the advantages also. What are the disadvantage? What are the disadvantages? It is a complex. The suspension therapy unit, it is a complex therapy. Means the suspension therapy unit, suspension therapy unit is a complex unit to use. Number two, here many equipments are required. Okay, so these are the disadvantages. Now we'll study about the suspension therapy unit. Suspension therapy unit. The suspension therapy unit was first. It was first invented by Mrs. Guthrie Smith. Okay, now the parts. Now, number one, fixed point. Supporting ropes, slings. Number three, number four, wooden plate. Five, dock clip and S hook. Number six, storage trolley. First, study of the fixed point. Okay, it is made up of stem stainless steel or plastic coated steel. In the top and head and side present the 5 centimeter metal mesh and the remaining side kept open. Okay, so this is the fixed point. Well, studying the fixed point of suspension therapy. Next, number 2 is the supporting ropes. It's connecting ropes provide the attachment of a sling to the frame. Connecting rope provide the attachment of a sling to the frame and are adjustable in length. Okay. There are 3 types of supporting rope. Single rope, double rope, and pulley rope. Okay. Now we'll study about the single rope. It has a ring fixed at one end by which it is hung. The other end of the rope then passes through one end of the wooden cleat through the ring of a dog clip and through the other end of the cleat and then knot it. Length of rope is 1.5 meter. Okay, so this is device gives mechanical advantage as two pulleys are used. Next is the rope is shortened by pushing the cleft down, allowing the lifter to move with gravity at the same time, which offers mechanical advantage of two. Such rope is used to suspend heavy parts of the body. Okay. A single pulley and single double rope. Now number 3 is the pendular rope. Three is the pendular rope or pulley rope. So this is the pendular rope or pulley rope. These two are the pendular rope or pulley rope. The pendular rope has a dog clip attached at one end of the rope, which then passes over the wheel of the pulley. The rope then passes through the clit and a second dog clip. It is used for 3D movement of the limb. Okay, so these are the supporting ropes, which is next we'll study about the slings. Number 3 are the slings. There are 4 types of slings. Single sling, double sling, 3 ring sling, number 4 head sling. Okay, now the number 8 single sling are made of canvas bound with soft webbing with a D ring at each end. Measures 68 centimeter long, 17 centimeter wide. Used for elbow and knee. It also folded to support wrist and ankle. Okay. This is the single sling. Single sling, which is double sling. Okay. Number B, double sling. It is a broad sling with D rings. These are the D rings. These are the D rings. At each end, used to pelvis, thorax or thigh together. When the knees are kept straight, it is also 68 centimeter long and 29 centimeter width. Now 3 ring. Next is the 3 ring sling. They are webbing sling, consists of 3D rings two at the end of the sling and one in the middle. It consists of 3D rings, two at the end and one in the middle. It is 75 centimeter long and 3 to 4 centimeter width. It is used for wrist and ankle. Four is the head sling. This is short split sling with two halves stitched together at an angle to create a central slit. This allows the head to rest supported at the back under the lower and upper part of the skull. Next, we have studied the fixed point, supporting ropes and sling. Next one is the wooden cleat. Okay. Number 4. Wooden crate. It is made of wood and used for altering the rope. It has 2 to 3 holes for the rope passage. The rope itself hold the cleat by friction. Okay, so this is the example of the diagram of the wooden cleat. Okay. 5 is dog clip and S hook. It is used to attach the supporting rope with mesh. So what is mesh? Let's see. This is the mesh. This is the mesh. Okay. Next is the to attach the sling with supporting rope. Okay, so this is the top clip, example of top clip. An S sling, you also see the S sling is S-shaped sling, that S-shaped sling in the market, that is the S sling, and these are the top clips. Last one is the storage trolley. The storage of sling and ropes are done with the help of hooks. This is the storage trolley. 1 minute. So this is the storage trolley. Okay. study types of suspension. Types. Number one is the particle suspension, where the COG, or center of gravity of the body part, is taken as a point of suspension. It is used to provide support to the body parts. Next one is the uses of particle suspension. It relaxation. It prevents pressure source. Okay. Pressure source are the source which occurs during the long duration of lying of a patient. When the patient lie, there are some pressure point in our body, such as occipital protuberance of the body and the sacral region of the body, heel region of the body. These are the pressure point of the body. So these pressure points, in these pressure points there occurs a pressure source. So this particle suspension prevents the pressure source. Next is the mechanism of movement. Mechanism of movement in using particle suspension, the fixation rope is fixed so that it hangs vertically above the center of gravity. Of the part to be suspended. Okay. Number 2. First one is the particle suspension types in types. Number 2, axial suspension. It is the most common type. Here joint is taken as a point of suspension. It is gravity eliminated. Now the uses are it also promotes relaxation and it also maintain muscle property. 1 minute. Maintain muscle property. What is it? Next one is the increase blood circulation. Next is increase venous return. Next, promotes lymphatic drainage. Now there comes the mechanism. This occurs when all the ropes supporting a part are attached to one S hook, which is fixed to a point immediately above the center of joint, which is to be moved. Okay. Number 3. Pendular suspension. It shifted away from the joint axis. Movement usually takes place against gravity. Muscles getting resistance. While moving, if the axis is shifted opposite to that movement. Next uses are increase muscle strength, increase muscle endurance. Next we are going to study the suspension procedure for upper extremity. Okay, suspension procedure for the upper extremity. First, for shoulder abduction and adduction. Here, the position of the patient is supine, lying. Types of suspension used are the axial suspension, sling used are the one single sling, one three ring sling. Next are the rope used one single rope. Next is the procedure. First, the fixed point is selected at the above of the axis of shoulder abduction on it. Shoulder abduction and adduction. Next is the single sling is used supporting the elbow joint. Three ring sling used for supporting the wrist joint. Single rope starts from fixed point and attach to the both single sling and three ring sling. Okay, next we will study. It is for the shoulder abduction adduction suspension procedure. For extremity we are study on the shoulder abduction adduction. Now for elbow flexion extension. Elbow flexion and extension. Here, same position of the patient is sitting. Type of suspension is both the vertical and axial suspension. Okay. Vertical and axial suspension. Now used as the sling. One single sling and one same wise as the shoulder adduction. Three ring sling. Rope used are here, the two single rope. Procedure one fixed point is selected cell. Is selected at the above of the axis of elbow flexion and extension. Another fixed point is selected. Is just above the mid point of arm. Single sling is used for supporting the arm. Three ring supporting the wrist. One single rope is used to hang the arm and attach to the single sling. Another single rope is used to hang the wrist and attach to the three ring sling. So this is the suspension procedure for the upper extremity. Now we'll go to the suspension procedure of lower extremity. Okay. Suspension procedure for lower extremity. First, same number one is the hip abduction and adduction. Same wise as upper extremity, position is supine. Type of suspension is axial suspension. Sling or one single sling and one three ring sling. Rope one single rope. Now the procedure. Same wise fixed point is selected. At the above of the axis of hip abduction and adduction. Single sling is used for supporting the knee joint. One minute. 3-ring sling used for supporting the ankle joint. single rope start from fixed point and attach to both the single sling and 3-ring sling. Next we will start. Number 2 is the wall reflection and extension. Same as we'll write the position is side line. Type of suspension used: axial suspension, sling, one single sling and one 3-ring sling. Rope, one single rope. Next is the procedure. Fixed point is selected at the above of the axis of hip flexion and extension. Single sling used for supporting the knee joint. 3-ring sling used for supporting the ankle joint. Single rope start from the fixed point and attach to the both single sling and 3-ring sling. Okay. Last is the number 3 for lower extremity, the knee flexion and extension. Same way, position is the side line position. Type of suspension is axial suspension. It's a sling is 1 minute 3-ring sling. selected above the same, the writing will be same as all the above the at first fixed point selected. There should be a fixed point selected. Next one would be single sling and 3 ring sling and single row. This one fixed point selected, then that's one single ring sling and 3 ring sling and single row. In every writing here only the 3 ring sling is attached, so the fixed point is selected above the axis of knee flexion and extension. Then 3 ring sling is used for supporting the ankle. Single rope start from the fixed point and attach to the 3 ring. Every writing the fixed point is selected above the axis of the knee, but there should be a fixed point. वहाँ पर एक fixed point रहना चाहिए जो हर एक को सिलेक्शन करना है will be the above the axis of the in every. Here see in case of knee flexion and extension the fixed point is selected above the axis of the knee flexion extension. See here in case of hip flexion extension the fixed point is selected above the axis of the hip flexion extension. In every here is the fixed point selected above the axis of the knee. And next we will go to the sling. Here the sling 3 ring sling is used for supporting the ankle. Here is you will also go to the sling. Here are 2 types of sling, one single sling and one 3 ring sling. So the sling and sling is used for supporting the knee joint and the 3 ring sling is used for supporting the ankle joint. Okay, next come to the single rope. Which is one single rope starts from the fixed point. It will start from the fixed point and attach to the both single sling and 3 ring sling. Here single rope start for the fixed point and attach to the 3 ring sling only, because here is only 3 ring sling. Okay, so that's how the writing should be. Okay, so these are the questions and answer which will be part of your exam for suspension therapy. Next, here are some schematic diagram of the suspension therapy of upper extremities. These are the schematic diagram, upper extremities and lower extremities. Okay, thank you for today.